what happened to the work car is what I've been waiting to ask after I click record.
Oh, I haven't done my work car. Yeah, it got broken into. Yeah, it's pretty shit.
Yeah, so because we haven't had a chance to. So
We haven't.
Did you have to call your boss or?
So I had to call the police.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I called my boss.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, that was the whole thing. No, it wasn't even bad. Like, it was nothing bad for me. Like, it was just a case of, so yeah, to fill everybody in, because I didn't really talk about it online too much.
No, because the last Between the Cushions was at PAX.
Was at PAX. So Monday morning, I have a tattoo appointment. I'm pretty excited for said tattoo appointment. I skip my way to the car park to get in the car to drive over.
Also, how far was your car? Because I met up with Ash for
only about 5 minutes. Literally 5 minutes.
And he was like, Ciaran left a little bit before me, and then when you shared a picture, I'm like, how fucking far away did you park? Because I feel like it took you forever to get there.
No.
Or
so, okay. Let me tell you. Actually, no. Let me tell you the story of leaving the hotel, because that was another thing. So leave the hotel. I was actually in there because I'm like, you can do it. It's like 9:30 Monday morning. Leave the hotel room. Walk partially out the hotel. I've given Ashley the card and everything, so he can check out when he's done and he's ready to go. Get downstairs, blah, blah, walking up, and I realize I don't have my headphones case on me. I've got one of my earbuds in, but the other earbud in the headphone case, not on me. Must have left the hotel room. So I messaged Ashley, hey man, can you just bring down my headphones case? I think it's here. Meant to pick it up. Sorry. Cool. Do that. Grab that. Go back out. He comes down. Grab the headphones case. I walk up and I'm like, I'm going to stop at a 7-Eleven. That's just down the street. I'll get myself a drink, something to eat. Okay. Do that. As I'm leaving and checking out, it pops up on my phone. Hey man, from Ashley. Hey man, I can't get back into the hotel room. And I was like, I can't get back into the hotel room. And
he
I was
didn't bring any fucking card.
No. He's like, the card doesn't work.
Okay.
And I'm like, fuck. I'm like, oh my. And I think I'd missed the message. And I was like, oh, fuck. All right, I'll be right there. So I walked back to my fucking hotel. I walked back down the street, back to the hotel. Ashley's like, and I see him walking out of the reception to walk to back. He's like, oh, it's all okay. It's all fine as I get there. I'm like, oh, fuck, right. All right, thanks, Ash. Walk back down the street, around the corner to the hotel. And so I get out of the car and I have like the deja vu not the deja vu, but like the feeling of I'm about to walk into something bad. I don't know why I have this.
Before you get to your car, so did he tell you after all that what the problem was, or you just like?
No, he just said, it's all okay. I was like, all right, that's fine, whatever.
Okay.
I was more like, want to get my car. So
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, so I have this feeling I'm like, something bad's happened. I don't know what. I don't know how. I feel like something bad's happened. And I get out of the elevator. Couple immediate things that made me go, this is bad. My car is the only car left on this level. There are no other cars parked on this level.
Was you on like the highest level? Or?
I was like, oh no, I was only like 4 floors up.
Okay.
But there was no other cars on this level. I was like, that's a bit sketchy already. That makes me feel a bit shit. Mm. And then as I get out of the elevator, I can see on the far side of the level, somebody has taken the fire hose out of the cabinet and like tossed it over the side of the car park, like the little like kind of, I don't know what you call them. They're like windows. They're not really like the opening of the side of the car.
For a quick escape, they've had that. Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, that's a bad thing. I walk down the ramp, around the corner, see my car. The back passenger window has been smashed. Mm. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, man. Righto. All right. And then I'm like, I knew I'd left. And this is the funny thing. I had the week or two prior to this, I had bought my sister a toolbox for her birthday because she's renovating a caravan at the minute. Brought a toolbox, blah, blah, blah. What had happened though is the moment I sent a picture to my dad, be like, haha, he bought this toolbox. And he's like, oh, have you already left Bunnings? And I was like, no, why? Yes, I have. Why? He's like, oh, well, we've bought my parents have bought pretty much the same thing, but better for her. So I was like, oh, fuck, righto. I left it in the car. I was like, I've got the receipt still. I'll quickly. So that night went and bought something else, whatever. That toolbox I had then found out I'd lost the receipt for. So I was umming and ahhing. I was like, either you can return it to Bunnings and they give you like a Bunnings voucher back, but you can't get cash back. So I was like, in the end, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I could use a toolbox. It'd be good to have a toolbox spare in the car. Yeah, that was the thing that was taken. Was that toolbox?
It's so funny. Like, well, it's not funny, but it was funny. Also,
it's funny
when
now.
when you said what had been taken, and you'd already like said that story previously.
Yes.
And be like, this fucking receipt I lost and everything. I'm like, it has to be the same toolbox.
Yep, 100%. It was that toolbox. Because I had like covered it over with a jacket. I'd thrown a jacket on top of it because I was like, I probably shouldn't leave this on view. Throw a jacket over top of it. They've taken that, and then also, I don't know if I mentioned this to any of you guys yet. They'd also taken, which was more frustrating and inconvenient than anything, the remote for my garage.
Oh,
so
were they just like walking around?
Are they just exactly right? Are they just walking around Melbourne, trying to just press my fucking? Because they'd gone through the car, whatever. They'd gone through the car. Yeah. So I called the police. Annoying thing, trying to talk to the police, stood next to my car in a multi-story car park, and the signal keeps dropping out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And every time the signal keeps dropping out and you have to call them back, I have to say my name, my birth date, and my address, like every single time, to confirm that it's still me and we can continue the call. So I'm legit doing this. I did this like 5 times, like 5 or 6 times. So at the end of it, there's me like half hanging out the side of the car park, trying to talk to this bloke so I don't lose reception or anything because of fucking cement or whatever.
Did you ever consider just going downstairs? Or?
No, because I didn't really want to leave the car while I was still talking about it.
I mean, had everything stolen. Right?
Yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, that sucks. I called my boss. My boss is like, "Oh, you're not having very much luck lately, are you?" I was like, "No," because I don't think I said this. My sister had, like in the last like month, my sister had reversed into that car, so it was getting partially repaired anyway.
Like 2 ongoing cases.
So 2 ongoing things, and yeah. But no, work was all great. Work's been fully supportive. All the bosses have been good about it. My glass has been repaired. You know what's funny? I've not heard anything from the police since.
No, I doubt you will.
And I doubt I will. It's just, yep.
Do you imagine how many cars get broken into? That
must be heaps. And because I even said to them on the phone, because I was like, "Oh, do you want me to wait? Like, is there any point in me waiting here with the car for them?" And they're like, "To be honest, we can't tell you how long it would be until somebody can get there. It could be hours." And I was like, I just want to go home. I'm no longer going to. I was supposed to drive 20 minutes to go to my tattoo appointment. I was like, I don't really want to go park my car somewhere else in Melbourne for, and a potentially 5-hour time period in the middle of the city while I was getting a tattoo done, while it has a fucking a bin bag that I'd asked Subway for, and some tape that I'd borrowed from a local nearby security guard. So yeah, that was fun. Getting home was funny because it kept like it was. I got most of the way. There's like a servo station where lots of people always stop at. It's a very popular on the way between Melbourne and Shep. Stopped there, and I was like, I'm going to get some more tape. I'll get some proper tape. And I had no issues, by the way, none whatsoever so far with the tape and the bag I'd done. But I was like, I just want to make it more secure. Somehow I made it worse. And so literally about 2 minutes after leaving that servo station, the bag kind of partially rips open, and I'm having to quickly pull over so it doesn't fly down the fucking freeway. Nice. And there's me on the highway, on the side of the highway trying to tape up this plastic bag again with fucking the tape I'd bought. And that happened again a second time after I left about 20 minutes down the road. And I was like, this is not my day. But yeah, so that's the thing. That's not fun. I'm glad. I am glad it's a work car because it just got sorted. Yeah. I didn't, and it wasn't my fault.
I'm sure that would have been as soon as you saw it, you would have been like, "Fuck, this is annoying." But then, there's a part in your brain that just goes, I don't have to pay for it. But.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Like, no, this is maybe my like Irish Catholic guilt coming out in me or some shit. But where I'm like, part of me wishes that either of the events that have happened to this car in the last like 2-3 months, I wish they were somehow my fault. I wish I could be like, hands up, I fucked up. This is my fault. I'm sorry. Let me blah blah. Instead, I'm just like, yeah, this thing happened completely out of my control. Just they've happened, and they just need to be fixed and looked after and stuff. Like it's just it is what it is with it. It's this is whatever. Reese booked my tattoo.
Do you lose any money for that?
No.
Okay.
No. No, that's fine. Rebooked the tattoo.
Did you call him and talk to him?
I messaged him on Instagram as soon as it happened. I was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. I'm like, my car's been broken into while in Melbourne. Like, I'll just,
He's like, yeah, sure.
And then he literally messaged me like 2 days later. He's like, "Hey, you all good?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then we rescheduled.
Nice.
Yeah.
I had my car broken into once. And the funniest thing, I don't know if I told Ash this story when we was having breakfast because obviously your car.
Of course, mine happened. Yes,
but I don't think I've like told this because I feel like sometimes I'm like been podcasting for so long that I get like a stage where I'm like, am I telling the same story like 3 different times the last couple of years? But I had gone into my local golf to play Magic the Gathering, right? Friday Night Magic. I come out. I go back to the car park where I'd parked. And similar to your situation, I was the only car left in the car park.
Yeah.
Of course. And as I'm approaching, it was winter, and I thought it was like my car, window was like iced over from a distance. Like I thought it was just like really cold or something. And then when I got closer, I realized it was the window smashed in. But it wasn't like, I know how yours looked or different types of glass or anything. Mine was, or they like shattered it outwards. It was like, it was smashed just so they could like obviously get in and like open the door. But then the whole like 90% of the glass was still there and just sort of pushed inwards because it doesn't like shatter. It's like a piece of plane or whatever. I was really annoyed. Like I started being like, fuck's sake, and like this was also like, this is like 10:30 at night and I know I have to like get home and I'm supposed to start work at like 5:30 the next morning. So I'm also like, I don't have time to deal with this shit. Like, oh fucking so I called the cops. They got there, I don't know, I think it took like half an hour for someone to get there. And then when he got there, he was like super unhelpful, which was the most annoying thing. Like he was like, he took a statement from me. I was, by statement, it's like literally what got stolen, which I'll get to in a sec. And then like, all this sort of stuff. And then but the most annoying part, and I'll never forget this, is he's like, I'm like, okay, well, like, because I'm like 20, like I'm younger, I'm sort of like, help me, please, Mr. Lawman. He's like, all right, well, yep, cool, thanks. And he goes to walk off. I'm like, what do I do? Like, he's like, well, I don't know, there's nothing you can do. Just go home. I'm like, okay, but like the glass, because they'd broken in the driver's side, was pushed in and everything. I'm like, how do I get in my car without like, and he's like, yeah, give me a minute. Like I put him out and he went to his car and like got like gloves or whatever. And then he came and like pulled it out and everything, like pulled the glass out.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, thanks, dude, because, thanks for your help. The funniest thing, so all they took was a coin purse that maybe had like $20 to $30 of like gold coins for parking in it. Back before you could just pay with your card. Yeah. That's all they took. They also, the most annoying thing was my girlfriend at the time. The money that the stuff was in, like, was a sentimental like little coin purse that she'd got from a Japanese exchange student from when we was in high school. So that was like the big loss. But the funniest thing to me was that in the back seat, I had left 2 folders of Magic the Gathering cards. Thousands of dollars worth of Magic the Gathering cards. Like they were trade folders and stuff with some expensive shit in there. They did not take a single fucking thing, which is the funniest. Like, this is why you dumb fuck thieves have no. They took like $30 of coins and left like cards in there that they could have sold for thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm like, you idiots, but also good, because that was the first. Like, when I saw it smash, I'm like, oh my god, my cards, like. Because I'd left these folders in there. I check them. I'm flicking through to like the most expensive cards, and like just going through. I'm like, nope. They literally took the. I just like to imagine that if it was one or two dudes or whatever the fuck it was, they opened it, flicked through to like just done a brief like flick through and gone, it's Pokemon, or like something, and then just moved on with their lives. Like, little did they know. Little did they know. So that was exciting. Well, not exciting, but. So, but this is also why sometimes I'm like, I don't know if people, one of the times now where I'm like, I wish, like, if you have a Tesla, no one's breaking into your car because everyone knows that
it's watching. It's got cameras.
It's got cameras everywhere. So, yeah. I don't know. If you've got like a newer car, I guess there's less chance people break into it.
100%.
Also, I feel.
Yeah.
Because they just assume it has
also,
like, fancy features.
This is me being very fucking ignorant of, I have a ute. People are looking into utes like that for
that
tools
stuff.
and stuff like that. So, like, yeah, that was me being very ignorant there and of that style of car and what that kind of comes along with that now.
Yeah. People will literally see someone broke into a ute at my work because they assumed it had, and they took some tools from it. It's just tools. People go for it. I don't know what. I assume it's just because they're easy to sell or something. Like, I don't know. They must be easy to flog off. But
you'd hope so.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, enough talk about car breakage. I don't really have a good way to do this. Let's record Arcade Couch.